You're listening to the February 19th, 2019 reading of Blossom Goodchild's Channeling with the Federation of Light.
Hello, me here. Anyone home?
Welcome to all upon earth who choose to be in agreement with that which we desire to speak of. In fact, we would say welcome also to those who are not in agreement, for we ask that one follows their heart and their feelings. And if it be so that words we bring forth are not in alignment with a soul's thoughts and feelings, then we would not expect them to continue to read our messages week after week.
Actually, you're probably aware that some write in saying that this is the case, and I reply with the same sentiment. A few years ago, perhaps, I asked you about the trumpet sounds that were heard coming from the skies or even from within the earth. Huge groanings from within, or strange notes seemingly coming from the sky, are being captured on video. To be honest, I cannot remember what you said about them. Yet, folk are asking if you can explain, as more and more are being heard all over the world, if that's agreeable to you.
We set an intention to reveal that which we are able to discuss about this, to be brought forth, in that these sounds are not of earthly makings, in that they are not produced from anything that is of human form. The tones that are emitted from the ethers come from a much grander origin and are preparational signals of that which is to come.
Oh, please do elaborate.
To continue on, we would suggest to you that all areas in which these tones are heard are in fact conditioned to accept the vibration of these presentations and allow the area and its surroundings to absorb and mellow into that of Earth.
What about the areas that don't hear them?
It is early days, Blossom. More and more shall these sounds resonate throughout and span further afield and more consistently also.
So, what exactly creates these sounds?
Vibration itself.
Yet what is asking the vibration to make them?
Vibration itself. They are created through vibration. There is not a little man behind the curtain pretending to be bigger than he is. These tones are brought forth, stirred up, we would say, by energies that are outside of your Earth's atmosphere and are gathered together and heralded in so that they can be heard upon your planet.
When you say in preparation for what is to come, from what I've heard of them, they're not exactly going to make a #1 hit. They sound rather daunting, almost haunting.
They are not designed to be a #1 hit. In a sense, they are not designed. They are an embellishment of what is taking place outside of your atmosphere and are moving into a place of recognition by those upon Earth, as we say, in preparation for what is to come.
And what is that exactly?
The great change. The event.
Oh, hello, here we go again.
Blossom, do you not believe this to be a truth? Be truthful with us.
Oh, yes, I believe it to be a truth. It's the when that gets to us all. As I've said before, in order to keep your street cred, I wouldn't bring it up until it's just around the corner.
And yet you asked about the sounds, and the conversation, therefore, could not help but bring this matter up. For it is part and parcel of the ongoing scenarios that are taking place in all different forms, across, around, and within your globe, that are showing the signs that this event is getting ever closer.
Good point. Yet let's keep our feet on the ground in the knowing this still may not take place for another 1,000 years.
We understand of your jesting around this sacred subject. We will only speak of how it is for us, how it is from our perspective, in the no time zone.
What are the other ongoing scenarios?
So much blossom is arising now. So much more of what was once censored is being revealed because there is so much more being captured on camera or written about on your social media that those who desire to keep it suppressed can no longer keep up with it. We have spoken to you of the battle being won. The dark ones have fallen. It is only, as we spoke of before, of feeding their power through focus upon them that allows their remaining energy to continue.
Unfortunately, there are so many souls still asleep in our world that continue to stoke the fire of the darkness without realizing. Another reason why the suggestion for something more solid from you guys would make such a difference. If you popped into the skies for a few days and beamed out light energy, millions would open their eyes and feel the light you give out, and hey presto, boom, bye-bye bad guys.
If it was as simple as that, it would be done.
Has it been considered then?
Have you not suggested it many times?
Yep, and probably shall continue to do so. For purposes of understanding, wherein lies the complications?
Energy within your skies at this marker in your time would not allow our decloaking to last for such a great length of time.
Best get your engineers onto that one then. And how come you said this was going to happen on October the 14th, 2008? How could that work?
Because at that time we were preparing for the grand event of that scenario to reveal itself and allow such a happening to transpire.
Well, could you not arrange that once again?
It would not be fitting at this time.
Pourquoi?
Because other conditions that are of greater importance would be affected, and in trying to do so, it would rearrange much that is in place.
Much that is in place to do with the event?
Indeed, Blossom. In past days we have spoken of times ahead when many ships will be commonplace in your skies. Indeed, times when those who are not of your race shall walk among you and be accepted as your brothers and sisters. May we ask you again, in your truth, if you think this is a truth?
Without question. Something inside me says that yes. As I said, it's just the waiting that drives us a little bonkers. Believe me, all of us that know our light are doing the best we can under such intense conditions. It's not easy by a long shot. Sometimes I wonder if the lighter we become, the harder it seems to remain within that light, as so much doesn't make sense, and our sensitivity seems to be affected on a deeper heart level.
Unfortunately, we cannot change the situation. We would only suggest that, with such changing energies, you align your thoughts and feelings with a higher you. Work with thoughts that you own regarding your knowing, in that if, when you allow yourself to rise up to the higher understanding of why you are here and what it is you came to do, your understanding will present to you the answers.
I do understand that which you're saying, and I sort of know the answers, even though I can't put them into words. It's more a matter of tuning into one's higher power, as you say, to rise above it all.
Correct, Blossom. To be detached from that which is being thrown out to you as bait. Take note of that last sentence, if you will.
I did.
Your topsy-turvy world is not only upside down and inside out, it is now about to start spinning and gaining momentum, in a manner of speaking. Again, we state we are speaking metaphorically. Within all that is presented to you, within each everyday scenario that seems in your heart to be more and more outrageous, take your being to the higher place. Acknowledge the fact that all that is happening is because it is all about to change. It has to take its course to a certain point before the breakout occurs.
Meaning what?
Meaning the crescendo of this chapter, in earthly time terms, is building to its apex, to the peak of where it must be, in order for it all to tip over the edge and come tumbling down.
And then what? Actually, I don't know why I ask, for I feel you're going to say the event arrives.
Not immediately.
I'm very aware that the majority of us are not hanging on for it. We know we're here to be the light, and as I say, we're doing our best. Yet some days, some days, one just wants someone to stop the world. I want to get off. That's the title of a musical many moons ago.
And yet, the world doesn't stop, and you do not get off. You continue on, and you shall continue to continue on. What are your options?
To opt out? Not up for that. To give up? Not up for that either. Good point. Just quickly, though, before you go. Sometimes an energy of gloom and doom washes over me, and I have to work so hard to shift it, as if something's eating away at me and I can't stop it chewing. Seriously, it is all most annoying, frustrating, and at times debilitating.
With respect, Blossom, and all, we would say the lighter you become, the more there shall be energies that either want some of what you've got or want to stop you from shining your light. It is a constant, ongoing situation in many cases, and you deal with it correctly, Blossom, by visualizing and imagining removing it in any way you see fit to do so. Remember, as White Cloud often says, visualization is your most powerful tool. Use it as much as you think to. It works wonders and is very effective. All these scenarios are copable. There's nothing your light cannot shine through. Yet it is important to know your strength and allow your power to overpower. It is the knowing of your light, dearest souls. For when you know who you are in truth, such energies desiring to overtake and be a nuisance do not stand a chance.
Yet sometimes we're tired and caught off guard. I could go on and on, yet I feel we're done for today. Thank you, in gratitude, in loving service. I am.